Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Hellenica, the steampunk Greek mythology thing. And we are going to go ahead and do some of these. Before we do the last one here, this one, which should lead to this, should lead to this. Before we do that, however, we're going to go ahead and fill in some of the gaps on some of this. We're going to do a lot of timey-wiminess. Excuse me, are you about to set off? I'm Prestigious from Sparta. I'd like to travel with you as a bodyguard. What? Like a trade. I'll protect you in exchange for passage on your ship. I mean, you're just two girls. The sea is full of pirates and other dangers. You'd want a bodyguard around, right? No, we girls have been doing just fine on our own. But I'm useful in battle. I'm no mere warrior. I'm a Spartan. On my honor, I will defend you, even if Ares himself is your foe. I mean, if you will take me along with your ship. If you're so proud of being a Spartan, why aren't you fighting in the Spartans of war, or are you a deserter? No, I would sooner lose my life than drop my shield and run like a coward. Hey, calm down. I was just curious why you weren't in Sparta. Well, the gods seemingly had other plans for me. I'd rather not say before. Now, I'm about joining you. Look, I really don't think... What's that on your shield? Oh, it's a brass eagle. The shield was given to commemorate victory at... Your success hinges on brass. And... Fine, you can travel with us. What? You're letting him come? We don't need a boy in our story. I think he'll be useful. At the very least, he'll catch an arrow or two before he dies. Oh well. At least I'll have someone other than Ms. Grumpy Bear to talk to. I think somebody has a crush. Let's follow Pollock's boat. What? Why? Who knows where he's taking the food we just bought him? Maybe he's supplying an army of brigands, a bunch of captives, or even a herd of minotaurs. They're being paranoid. There's no way it's anything like that. He's probably just taking food to Atlantis to feed refugees in Corinth. And that makes more sense. Where is he taking to the food? To the city of nice upstanding citizens to keep secret food stashes because they worship onions? Look, it's probably just, yes, your onionness? Stop being childish. Just because I can't think of a reasonable explanation right now doesn't mean they're hiding brigands or minotaurs or worshipping onions. Well, then why don't we just go see what the actual explanation is? That would be the best way to know for sure. No one asked you. No one asked you. There's no way for us to follow his boat through the fog surrounding Crete. The only people who know where that ship is going are the ones on it. Now, there's an idea. Wait, what? Nephil, where are you going? Come back here. Sparta, no soldier would disregard an order like that. I'm sure you manly Spartan soldiers would gladly bang your heads against the wall for hours or so. But when you're dealing with a girl, especially pig-headed ones like, calm down, Fiona. Just wait here, and if I'm not back in 3 hours, you can leave without me, and I will. I can't just abandon you the minutes after swearing an oath to protect you. Don't worry about me. I used to sneak into the temple and tinker with Geomechanite when I was younger. I'll be fine. Prestigious joined the party. But didn't Nephil tell us to wait by the boat? Nephil's not in charge, and even if she were, you need to learn to adapt your orders as the situation changes. In Sparta, that would be considered treason. By Artemis, if obedience is so important to Spartans, why not replace your army with steam engines? It's not the same. A steam machine can't be brave. I've never seen one quiver in fear, but... What are we going to walk in on? Wait. What is it? Foes ahead? Don't be absurd, but there's something odd about these tracks. Looks like signs of struggle and... Hello, pirate. A tracker, eh? Where did you take Nephil? Who? Don't play dumb. You have her here somewhere. You've got more pressing concerns than a lost friend. She's probably in the hut there. Step aside, brigand. My shield has seen 100 battles, and it will see 100 more. Perhaps if I choose to keep it. Get them. Deal 500 total fall damage. Can I cannot grab you from that direction. Ah. Yeah, I'd say that is significant fall damage. You're set up for that defense thing. So I'll have you defend. What was the objective? Because that was 400 health. In one action. Defense down. Okay, let me see those objectives again. 500 fall damage. Yeah, yeah, that's going to be very much not fun for you. Uh-oh, there's a backstab coming. No! That's another one. Well, that hurts. That was a backstab. Ow. Here we go. There we go. Ouch. Win without dealing fall damage. This is the second time we've had one of we've had one of these before where the two bonus win conditions can't be completed in the same fight. Keep quiet. This must be Pollux' ship. Let's see if we can find any clues to Nefel's whereabouts. You're really worried about her, aren't you? I said keep quiet. That's an interesting ship. Here's the food we brought from Athens, but no Nefel. I've got a plan, Brasidius. Get inside this barrel. Inside? What for? It's our ticket on board the ship. Then we can search for Nefel. But, wouldn't you rather fight our foes in glorious battle? No. Now get in there. Ugh. I hope this works. Hello? Is someone there? Nefel! Yona, but you said you would leave without me. I would have, but Brasidius kept going on and on about being a Spartan duty to rescue you. What? No, you said. Oh, why'd you stomp on my foot? Anyways, you'll never guess where this vessel is going. I know that if you get out of here in time, it won't matter. Corinth, or perhaps somewhere in Persia? Brass, a little help with this door. No, guess again. Think more mythic. Ithaca or Troy. By Zeus, am I the only one who doesn't want to stow away on a hostile vessel? We need to get Nefel out of that cell before. Everyone, secure yourselves. We're departing now. Should be back in Atlantis in a few hours. Atlantis? Oh, right. I forgot about that. What do you mean for... Oh, he ruined my surprise. But that's not possible. Zeus sank Atlantis as a punishment for stealing the knowledge of Theomechani. He did, but that doesn't mean everyone died. But how could they survive? They're not mermaids now, are they? No, silly. Apparently the first ones to exploit Theomechani means... Being the first one to exploit Theomechani means they're way ahead of everyone else. And that's how they managed to live in a city beneath the waves. But that's impossible. Well, you don't need to take my word for it. We'll be there in not too long. That is, unless Diona can turn into a sea otter and swim us to safety. I guess we're going to Atlantis then. Why are there outsiders in our city? What? How did you get here? You know them? Yes, Queen Amaya. They were the ones who delivered the food to us in Crete, though. By Hades, I forbade them from following me, but I guess those rascals thought I was just outlining their next adventure. And now they're going to have to face the consequences of their foolishness. Don't be so harsh. They risked their lives to see our city fed. And once I knew a little girl whose curiosity drove her to explore the ocean beyond her city's walls and rules. Her forbidden excursions ended up saving many lives and changed the course of Atlantis' history. I think you remember her too. Don't talk to me about being harsh. It's your rules that have them trapped down here. Just like the Corinthians. Trapped? We have helped feed your people. Why would you imprison us here? Because she's afraid. The sins of Lysithea drove Zeus to sink our city. And maybe we were saved by last-minute plea by Athena, or maybe a pretty nymph drew Zeus's gaze. But in any case, we can't risk drawing his attention towards the air. Even if it means all who lay eyes on Atlantis can never return to the surface. I think we have... When was the last... Okay, this is relatively new. Interesting. How did you get there? Lysithea. Everything feels wrong here. There's no sky. The buildings are strange forms. That's a very odd statue of Hera. I don't think that's a statue of Hera. You're right. We erected that statue to honor our protector, Lysithea. Lysithea? But I thought she was just a legend that Luddites told to warn about the supposed dangers of the Age of Steam. You probably thought the same thing about Atlantis, and yet here you are. Tell me more about the history of Atlantis. How did you survive the flood? What about, Lysithea? Was she as crafty as legends say? This is one of the few times I wish I had spent more time listening to my tutors instead of exploring the ocean. Lysithea was a beautiful Atlantean priestess who caught the ever-wandering eye of Zeus. I've definitely been there. I mean, not with Zeus, but all kinds of would-be suitors used to try to interrupt my work with Theomechani. One time this Tharm boy, even that's fascinating to tell, but I think Neomea's story of the creation of this centuries-old city beneath the waves might be more worth our time than your farm boy. Oh, right, sorry. As the common myth goes, to win her favor, Zeus swore an unbreakable oath by the river of Styx to give Lysithea any one thing she wished for, and she asked for the knowledge of Theomechani. Oh, and she asked for the knowledge of Theomechani. However clever Lysithea might have been, it was foolish to think she could trick Zeus. As soon as the father of the gods discovered her trickery, he drowned her and the whole city around her. That's where the surface myths in our history start to diverge. At first it seemed that Zeus had underestimated Lysithea. He thought that even though he had given her the seed of steam power, she would lack the tools and ingenuity to make it grow. It probably wasn't until she built her first steamship a few weeks later that he realized that mankind was now on course for the age of steam. And that's when Zeus sent a flood. How did Atlantis survive? Not all of Olympus resented the achievements of Lysithea, and as waters rose, Athena herself appeared. The gods of wisdom and Lysithea worked tirelessly to encase our city in a shell to shield us from the rising ocean, pulling our technology forward at a breakneck pace in the process. Wow, what happened to Lysithea after the flood? It depends on who you believe. Some say she sacrificed herself to calm Zeus's wrath. Others claim Athena spirited her away after the dome was completed. And yet others say she quietly retired from the public eye, married an Atlantean, and started a family. To this day, particularly audacious Atlantean youths find it fashionable to claim lineage to her. Oh, got an achievement. Okay, why do you make your Theomechani so beautiful? On the surface, machines like this would be a jumble of smokestacks, cooling tubes, and all other gizmos. Your machines look like they're sculpted or grown. And there must be so many difficulties involved in building these machines. The water pressure alone is daunting, to say nothing of how corrosive salt water is. Those difficulties are the reason our machines look as they do. Since any mechanical failure might condemn our people to a water grave, our Theomechanists spend years refining their designs. This philosophy is echoed in the forms of our devices, with each infinitely arcing curve reflecting our willingness to spend decades pursuing perfection. The results are breathtaking. I don't know, the haphazard contraptions at the surface have their own charm. Okay, anything else I can look at? You must leave Atlantis sometimes. What about the crew we encountered at Crete? We had no choice. Atlantis was on the verge of starving. But Atlantis must have been down here for centuries. Why wasn't a food a problem before? We barely grew enough food for ourselves before the Corinthians came. With thousands of new mouths to feed, we were overwhelmed. Is that why some Corinthians still live in tents? I'm sorry for that too, but you know I'm doing everything in my power to help. Except letting us return to the surface. You should probably go distribute the food to the refugees now. I'm sure they'll be grateful. Yes, and Thank you, Queen Amaya, for bending the rules for my people. If only this once. Defeat our people, Pollux. We're all Atlanteans now. Of course. I'd love to talk to one of your theomechanists about these designs. I bet there are all sorts of tricks I could pick up. But hell, don't you think taking this sort of technology to the surface would attract attention? If anyone asks, I'll just say I came up with it myself. You're welcome to study whatever you like, but please understand you can't return to the surface. No, please, I'm a spot, not a fish. I belong on solid ground. It would be unwise to take an Arctos prisoner. There'll be no more prisoners than anyone else in the city, but our existence here is fragile. As queen, I can't risk anyone returning to the surface and reminding Zeus to finish what he started. But please, I couldn't do it to the Corinthians who pine at the memories of the trees and sun. I couldn't do it for Pollux. I'm sorry. How cruel the gods are to trap us here until our deaths, under an uncaring sea miles from Sparta. Calm down, Brass. It's not like you're drowning. And we won't be here long. These people can't cage an Arctos. Right, but I'm not so much worried about the Atlanteans as the crushing weight of the ocean beyond their walls. Maybe that can cage you? Ugh. What am I saying? You'll just growl at the ocean until it changes its mind. Hello, Nefel. I'm going to see if I can find a workshop and tinker with some Atlantean technology. That sounds like a bad idea. We're trapped miles under miles of sea. The first thing on your mind is playing with geomechani. That really sounds like a bad idea. The city is basically a giant boat. We've seen how you do with boats, Nefel. Please don't mess with the city. My father always said if you're stuck on an island, build a raft or an escape pod. But what? Don't fret about her. Artemis will show me a way out. Just give me some time to commute with her. Oh, can't talk to you now? Oh, Artemis, goddess of wilds, she who soothes, grant me your servant and champion guidance to blank, blank, blank. Right. Hear my plea, Artemis, goddess the hunt and wetlands, help me. Vroom, vroom, vroom. By Zeus, Nefel, stop making so much noise. What are you even building in there? An escape pod? Well, unless it can get us out of... Did you say an escape pod? Oh, come on, Diona. You keep me around for more than just my looks. I've got a pretty good sense of how all this Atlantean tech works. It's just a matter of reshaping pressure-absorbing plates to... But that's impossible. You won't be able to build an underwater boat. It's not a boat, Brass. It's just an escape pod. One trip to the surface, 90% chance of success. What about the other 10%? Don't worry about it. I'm at least 85% sure that won't happen. Nefel, I don't think we should... Sounds good. How soon can you have it ready? A couple more minutes. Oh, could you see if you can learn anything about the surrounding ocean? Getting us to the surface is easy, but knowing where to go after that can be tricky. Pollux, can you help us get oriented? The view out of these spheres looks the same to me in every direction. Don't worry, it took me a while to get oriented too. We're in the main Agora now. The only thing shadow side of us is the dock. Shadow side? Oh, sorry, I mean east. Sometimes ships will pass overhead in that direction and cast shadows on the floor. Hence the name. Really? Yes, they're part of the trade route between Athens and somewhere in Ionia, I think. Not really sure. We're not allowed to talk to them, obviously. Thank you. So if we head to the east, we might stumble upon some trade ships. Okay. Learn anything? We've learned the location of a nearby shipping route. Awesome, let's get going. Anything else we can look at? Not really. So, we have... Head towards the trade routes. We can find a friendly ship there that can take us back to civilization. We don't have time to chit-chat with these Atlanteans. The fellow can take us to the surface as soon as your escape pod is ready. And that will go who knows where. Let's go who knows where. I think it will take us to Cyrus' island. Phew, we made it to the surface. Praises to Zeus and Poseidon. I thought I would never see the sky again. Now you directed us away from the shipping lane. There's no way the Atlanteans will find us here, though we've got a little problem. Nefel, what did you break now? Nope. I didn't break anything. Propulsion just fine. Steering is pristine. I doubt you can find a more ingenious system in most boats, actually. See, I made a modification where excess engine power helps, so if everything's fine, what's the problem? Well, it's just, I'm not really sure which way anything is. I mean, you just told me to avoid the shipping route, so I did that, but... No, we've escaped being buried in a watery grave just to die lost at sea. Calm down, Brass. I'm sure we'll figure something out. I know. Why don't we orient ourselves by the sun and head north? We'd be bound to hit land eventually, right? Your plans are so robust. Why don't we just hail that airship? Oh, ha ha ha, Diona, an airship. I can tell you're just making that up so my escape pod won't seem as impressive, you mean old bear. Well, I'm not even going to look. Hello, airship. Well, Nefelt? Nope. Hello down there. Need a lift? What the? An airship? An actual airship? I dreamed such a device would be possible, but I thought I would have to be the one to build it to see it in real life. Praise the gods, we're being rescued. I'll live to die in glorious battle, not drown like a rat at sea. Except for we're probably going to have to fight harpies now again. Thanks for helping us out, Zeus, Hera, and dead drunk Dionysus. You're an Oxygoras. What an honor. I mean, I can't imagine anyone else building a device like this, or this existing at all, but here it is, and just wow. See, you've got an admirer, and you were worried they were agents sent to kill you. It's amazing what one little Luddite assassin will do for your feelings towards strangers. But you were right about them being friendly. Of course, I was. So whom have we scooped up? An enthusiastic Theomechnus, a Spartan, and... It can't be. Are you an Arctos? An Arctos? I thought they were just legends. No, my friend, not this time. I didn't think Arctoi left the wilds. What were you doing in the middle of the ocean? Generally being unhappy about my predicament. But somehow I find sailing through the sky on this flying cow of a boat even more unsettling. Ha, you'll get used to it. You'll get used to it. I can't get... Mr. Luke cannot get my accent down properly. Don't mind her. She's never happy. And this ship is amazing. Anyways, it's actually a long story, but we just escaped from some pirates in an escape pod. We were pretty much just floating aimlessly when you found us. I'm really grateful for that, by the way. I skipped past that by clicking the right finger. Right. Oh, hello, harpies. What's that? Likely another reason to stop opening your mouth. It's harpies! They're attacking the ship! Get inside. Arcturus, stay here. I'll deal with the harpies. What did you say to me? An Arcturus doesn't need a bodyguard. Even fighting on this precarious contraption miles above... Diona, I'm pretty sure he didn't mean... Diona, wait for us. Keep the harpies off the ropes. They're the only thing holding us to the balloon. And watch your step around the ship. If it looks dangerous, it probably is. Okay. Okay. This is a different one. Oh. Right. Just a moment. I need to restart. I need to shuffle my skills around. Okay. Not starting defense. I need you to be shield bashing. I need you to be using expanding barrel. You should be fine. Okay, on to the next video. See you in a little bit.